I've been planning to make this Why Kia Sucks video series for a while, and I figure it's time to start. Now, background for the stories. In February of 2020, February 6th specifically, both my mother-in-law and my wife needed new cars. And they both went to the local Kia dealership. They both got new cars. My mother-in-law got a new 2020 Kia Soul, and my wife got a new 2021 Kia Seltos. So the dates are important. Those quotes are important. We'll get to that in a second, or maybe in a future video. But here's one of many reasons why Kia sucks, and you should not buy them, in my opinion. So, in early 2021, there was a recall that was announced for the Kia Seltos. Something was wrong with the engine. I don't remember exactly the whole spiel as to what was wrong. But, with most recalls, you bring the car in, they fix the problem, and then, they get back to you. Well, so here we are with a Kia Seltos, making every monthly payment on this vehicle, and we're told that we should bring it in for it to be repaired. It took the dealership like over a month to repair the vehicle. But, it should be no problem, right? Should be no problem whatsoever. Because, usually when you get a car that's going to get repaired by recall, you would get a rental. Let me tell you how difficult it was to get a rental from this dealership. Now, again, people are going to say that there's a difference between Kia Corporate and the dealerships. That's probably true. But if you are Kia Corporate and you announce that there is a recall that's going on with your vehicles, you should be not only notifying your dealerships that they should be providing rentals whilst they do the repair work on their vehicles, but that shouldn't have to be like pulling teeth to get the rental. It should be done like, boom, okay, you dropped your car off, we're going to do the repairs on your vehicle, and while you wait, here's the information on how to get yourself a rental in the meanwhile, so you can get from point A to point B. Otherwise, you're paying payments on a car that you can't even use, and now you can't drive because they're not giving you a rental. Now, unfortunately, there are no laws federally that require automobile companies to provide rentals when they're doing these. So, maybe that's something that should change on the part of our federal government to make sure that, especially if you're making payments on a vehicle that you can't use, that you should be able to get a rental. Should be required to be provided a rental. But you shouldn't even have to have a law about that, because a corporation should say, hey, you're paying for this vehicle that you can't use, you should be provided with a rental. Now, after enough, pulling teeth, complaining, moaning, whatever, we eventually got a rental covered by Kia. But again, we shouldn't have had to fight for this. Now, you might think this is minor, and relatively speaking, it is minor compared to all the other stuff we've had to deal with when it comes to Kia. But just giving you a little primer on, the low-hanging fruit as to why they're so bad, and we're only going to go up from there. So, did you have a Kia Seltos during this recall phase, or any recall phase, because there was another one? Did you have problems getting a rental? Leave your comments down below. Let me know about the issues that you've had with Kia. Stay tuned for part 2.